Hey guys, I'm Albie from the agency Mallorca, and today we're stood in front of one of our latest listings in Puerto, which is sat on a plot of 853 square meters. And I'm just going to give you a pretty natural walk around and just let everybody get a feel of what we're looking at here, okay? So you see here we have off-road parking, which is pretty handy for guests really. Keeping them off-site, but then you've got the main garage here, which is probably going to be more of your day-to-day use. The pedestrian entrance going up here on my left-hand side, which takes you up to the main living area. Pretty spacious parking area. I think here you could comfortably get 3-4 cars. This space here was actually designed mainly as a gym, but again, depending on the use of the client, we can close this off and make this a cinema room. Depends if you're family or just a bit more active. So now coming into the basement area, we have an elevator which services all of the floors. We have our wine cellar here, which is looking a bit empty at the moment, but I'm sure we will get that fixed. And then on the left-hand side there would be the entrance to the gym or the cinema that we looked at before. If we head on down here, this is the start of the obviously grand staircase going up to the top. Nice light features here. You'll notice throughout the house a nice combination of materials, be it from the wood, the natural stonework, and that's kind of scattered throughout the house. And I think it just gives it a nice level of warmth. So again, as we come up onto the first level, the light feature is here continuing, which again, with the big glass window, brings all the natural light down to the lower floor. And then we're straight on into the living area. The pedestrian entrance that we looked at before would bring you just up here. So again, if you're receiving guests, this is going to be the main entertaining space. Nice fireplaces which go from the indoor to the outdoor. And this whole space just flows quite nicely from the dining into the kitchen, fully equipped. A lot of the hot materials, so this is a Bora professional kitchen range. We have Siemens ovens down here. Plenty of storage. All this up here is all storage, keeping all your toasters and stuff like that out of the way. And then big touch fridge, freezer on these two. Okay, so now we're coming out to the ground floor covered terrace, which again is just an extension of the kitchen here. And then over in the corner here, you have that double entry fireplace, which goes into the living room. So following out here, we're obviously laying onto the main pool terrace. And one thing I'd really like to highlight is just the kind of, again, the architectural design of the house. The house was designed by a local architect called Alejandro Palomino. And what they tried to focus on was that, again, that combination of materials. So using this kind of almost like girder-like, exposed steel here with the kind of wooden elements. And I think it just gives a nice soft, but still quite a rugged play on the architecture. Completed late last year. We're in Porto's News, 7 to 8 minutes down to the port, and I would say around 10-15 minutes into Palma City. So location-wise, perfect. We have great sea views from here, and they get even better as we go higher. And I think you can pan to those in a bit, Elias. And yeah, let's carry on inside, and then I'll show you some of the bedrooms. And there's another nice really little feature that I wanted to bring up. The developers actually installed a dumbwaiter. I think you can still call it that these days. But basically this is a small elevator that services drinks and food from the kitchen up to the rooftop terrace, which we'll take a look at just towards the end of the video. So up here we have 4 bedrooms. We're going to head to the master suite right now, and then we have 3 guest bedrooms, all en suite, but let's start with the master and then we can look at the rest. So we have the fireplace down here on the left-hand side, which is obviously the continuation of the fireplace downstairs. And then what's nice about the master is you actually have this private terrace space where you get a really sweeping view of the sea, but also over Palma Nova and into the mountains here on the right-hand side. Now with changes in regulations, it's not permissible to have such an access like this up to a rooftop terrace. Now they're used mostly for solar panels and air conditioning units and such. But this one has been prepared for a full summer kitchen. You could have a little, maybe a small plunge pool, jacuzzi up there. And again, this little dumbwaiter will be servicing this terrace with food and drinks. So now we're up here on the roof terrace, and I think obviously the The biggest kind of wow factor here is the view, but I think one thing that you maybe do not notice on camera is the fact that this is all being pre-installed, as I said before, with the same qualities as the rest of the house. Right guys, that's the end of the video today. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy this type of content, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram, theagency.mallorca. And if you want to see or get information about any properties like this one or this specific listing, you can send us an email at mallorca@theagencyre.com. Thank you.